On today's video, let's talk about tips on how to love your hair. So we're going to talk today about how I fell in love with my hair, even though I don't have the most ideal hair type, and tips for how you can really start to love and enjoy your hair too, especially if it's thin and fine. But this also really goes for anyone who has any hair type that they feel like they struggle with. So the first thing that I did when I started to sort of go on my journey of loving my hair was accept the hair that I have and stop trying so hard to change it in a way that it wasn't able to be changed. So no matter what, I am never gonna have thick, luscious, voluminous, long, beautiful Barbie hair. It's just not gonna happen. That's what I wish I had. I wish I had like down to my waist, long, looks like you have 200 grams of 22-inch hair extensions, but that will never be my hair. And a lot of pressure is off once you accept that your hair can't be that way, and instead you start to embrace what it can do. Now this is of course assuming that your hair is on the thin fine side genetically, like mine is. But if your hair is thin and fine and not in its best shape because of damage or health issues, and there is hope for your hair to come back and be the hair that you dream of again, that's also amazing. A similar principle can apply though, of really embracing your hair at the stage that it's at, not living in the future of where you want your hair to be, of where you hope your hair can be, because then you're always striving for something and really frustrated that you're not there yet. Instead, embrace and love your hair where it is and try to find the positives to the place that your hair is in. Now, even though my natural hair is never going to be thick and long and luscious, my hair has been in a much worse state than it currently is. So I know what it's like to live in a really frustrating state of hair health. In these pictures here, my hair had significantly fallen out and broken off due to medications, and I really had to adjust my perspective and how I treated my hair on a daily basis to really enjoy my hair. So one of my favorite things to do is to wear my hair down and kind of full and blown out. But when my hair was like that, I hated how my hair looked down because it just looked thin. It was uneven. It was thinner on one side than the other. It was shorter on one side than the other. And I really didn't want to cut it off to make it all even at that point. I wanted to do it slowly because I did not want to cut my hair into a bob. I knew I would not enjoy my hair, and that is something I cannot stress enough. Don't do something to your hair that you know 100% you will not enjoy if you don't have to and if you don't want to. You know, just because people say, hey, your hair will look better if you even it out, if you cut it off into a bob, it doesn't matter, because honestly to me, yes, my hair would have been more even. My hair probably would have looked better down if I cut it all off, but I would have hated it. I've had that. I don't want that. Instead, I adjusted myself and I started wearing my hair up in claw clips and really got used to wearing my hair up on a daily basis as opposed to wearing my hair down all the time, which is my preference. But at the time, wearing my hair down just wasn't ideal for my hair. So I embraced where it was at and I started wearing it up in cute claw clip styles that it still looked really nice in, but hid the difficulties I was going through. So that's really what you have to do. You have to find where your hair is at and what can it do in that place that makes you feel good. If that is blowing it out all the time, that's what I do now. I love my hair blown out with lots of product. And so I have just learned to make time in my life to style my hair. And bonus, because my hair is thinner and finer, it actually doesn't take much time to do that at all. So instead of, air drying my hair and not liking the way it looks, I have just made time in my life to blow it out so that I can enjoy the way that it looks. Finding those little moments that you enjoy your hair and then really leaning into them is how you can really start to love your hair. If you find there's something that you do that with your hair that makes you feel really good, do more of it. If you find that you hate your hair when you wear it up, but you just don't want to bother styling it, maybe start to explore ways that you can style your hair more quickly so that you can wear it the way that you enjoy it and not throw it up in a bun if you really don't like the way you look when you do that, because that's not going to help you love your hair. When my hair was in its most distressed state, when I did want to wear my hair down, I just learned that I had to take the time to curl my hair, because curling my hair could hide the unevenness. It would look shaggy and curly and cute, and I wouldn't mind the way it looked. So if I really wanted to wear it down, if I was going out and just wearing it up just wasn't my vibe that night, I had to make sure that I made the time to curl my hair. Loving your hair, loving yourself is making time for yourself. And it doesn't have to be a lot of time, right? Just one little thing that makes you feel good is going to help you start to love your hair. Instead of focusing on the things that you don't love or the things that don't work, focus on the things that do. Other things that I do to help me love my hair is I embrace what I like regardless of other people's opinions. So I get a lot of opinions, especially being visible on the internet, about what I should or shouldn't do with my hair because of my hair type. A lot of people try and tell me I shouldn't have my hair so blonde. Honestly, I don't care. I don't feel like the blonding of my hair damages it and makes a huge difference. I've had my hair not blonde. It was still this texture. It's been this texture my whole life. However, we could argue that if I didn't color my hair, it would be slightly healthier and therefore maybe slightly thicker. But honestly, I will take the marginally more damaged hair to have a color that I enjoy. I don't like the darker hair on myself. It doesn't feel like me. I have had every color of hair over the years. I have had red, I have had brown, I have had different shades of blonde, I've had my natural color, I have been highlights, I have been balayage, I have been everything. I've had pink hair, I've had blue hair. I've literally had all the colors of hair. I'm a hairstylist. I experimented with my hair for years, and platinum blonde is always the color where I have felt most like myself and always the one where I loved my hair the most. So now I choose to embrace that and keep my hair a color that I truly enjoy, regardless of other people's opinions and regardless of whether or not it might cause slight damage to my hair. Now, if my hair is being exceptionally damaged and fried and just unable to hold on to life, of course that would be different, but it's not. It's healthy, and I know what my hair is like when it's not colored, and I know that coloring it doesn't make a huge difference, so I choose to keep coloring my hair. The same goes for styling my hair with heat, because I think my hair looks way nicer when I add a little bit of heat styling to my hair. I feel bouncy, I feel pretty, I feel like my hair has some life thrown into it. That makes me enjoy my hair. If my hair is just flat and unstyled and just in its most natural state, that might be slightly healthier for my hair, but I don't like my hair like that. So that's not going to help me love my hair. I would rather use a really good heat protectant and try and minimize how much I style my hair, but still style it enough that I feel like I love it. All that to say, I know that's a lot of talking, but find what you do like about your hair. Find what you enjoy about your hair and lean into it. Let go of the things you can't control. Let go of the things that you can't change. And even if there are things you can change and you're on that changing journey, do what you can to change it, but still find the positives in where you are now, as opposed to always looking to the future and feeling frustrated with where your hair's at. Let me know in the comments any little things that you do to help you love your hair. I will see you in the next video. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any. Like and subscribe so that you can follow along and learn all the styles, tips, tricks, and tutorials for styling and loving your thin, fine hair. See you later.